Hello, everyone. Welcome to, I guess, what you can call another diary by yours truly. There's been a lot on my mind recently, and I've had it bottled in my head for some time now. And it has to involve content creation and how things change and how things are changing. And it worries me, it excites me, and it throws me into a bunch of emotions on a daily basis. Now, when I started this journey, I had no idea where it would lead me. It's led me to something. Obviously, we can see it with our eyes. Now, not going to beat around the bush. I will say that I always knew I could do something as far as gaming and videos and content creation in a whole. I knew if somebody else out there that can do it, I can do it too. Here we are. Now, we've had good talks. If you've been around for the last year and a half, we've had good talks and we've had good growth. Now settling in though, um, there's a lot of questions, and even for myself that I don't know. And it's all like uncharted territory for me at least. And I have to make decisions and I have to figure out what's going to be best for the channel, but what's going to be best for everybody else. And then at the same time, I need to like also juggle life, real life, and in my health. Honestly, my health. Um, so there's a few things I want to talk about. One, we are almost at 15,000 subscribers. God damn. If you were here on January 1st of 2022, the first of the year, I had a video that I put out on New Year's saying how I would have loved to get to 10,000 to 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Now, that was almost about 10 months ago, and I might be 2 months early, depending on how we finish off September here. Now, I know some people were very, like, skeptical at first. They're like, whoa, 10, 15,000 subscribers by the end of 2022 is a lot. At the time, I believe I don't even know how much we had, maybe 4,000 subscribers or something, maybe even less. What I'll do is I'll leave the link to that video down below. You can check it out for yourself and you can see all that. Now, I knew though that I had it in me, that I had a whole year ahead of me to figure it out and see whether or not I can do that. And I have proven to myself that I have, and that I have done it. So now that I've made it to that milestone of my own, because the whole premise of it is if I didn't hit 10 or 15,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, I was going to stop doing YouTube and I was going to move on to something else in my life. Well, that I've obviously have hit the milestone. So now I have to think, where do I go from here now that you've done this? And this kind of goes into content creation now. I have always said, and I never considered myself a streamer, and I don't like to label myself as a streamer. And I probably still won't label myself as a streamer. Do I stream a lot nowadays? I do. I do stream a lot nowadays. But I always have the ability to create a video whenever I want. Whatever type of video, whatever gaming video I want, I can create that. And then as far as memberships, like you watching this because you're a member of the channel and you support me every month, it gives me the ability to create other videos, like personal videos, with these membership videos. I can't really do that, on another streaming service called Twitch. No, not that I'm shading anything to Twitch. It's just when you're starting out creating content, I would have to say maybe I'll make a series of this in a membership or something, membership series or something about how my thoughts on starting, on creating, starting to become, having a creator's presence online. Maybe I might make a series dedicated, like, talking about how I've come to zero to now, right? And I can tell you stories about that. Maybe I'll create a series now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways, I digress. Um, the thing about the memberships is that I can talk like I want. I can show you what I want, and that's the fun part about creating content, is doing other things too. So I never like to label myself as a streamer, but I've been streaming quite a bit. Now, with that being said, why have you been streaming quite a bit? I'll just be honest with you. Have you seen the numbers lately? Um, First of all, people show up in mass amounts anytime there's a stream going on, and I get to interact with the channel. I get to interact with the followers, subscribers, the fans on almost a daily basis, and it's all good fun, and we have a good time. That's one thing I want to point out. The second thing I want to point out is if you click on my home channel right now, you go to my home channel, the front of my YouTube channel, and you scroll down to popular videos, most popular videos, uh, you can see which videos are being pushed out more. And that is my streams. Some of the most popular videos we have here on the channel are streams. They're not videos, they're streams, I guess. They're VODs. And recently, the past couple months, if you've discovered me, you probably have discovered me through a game called Dinkum, which time was a stream and always has been a stream, and people have shown up for those streams, and that playlist, the Dinkum playlist, is the most popular playlist we have ever had, and that's all streams. So you can see where this is going, right? What doesn't perform very well on the channel are videos. And the hardest thing to do is stream morning, stream afternoon, record videos in the evening, and then edit those videos at the nighttime. So it gets hard. And I lose a lot of time in regular life. I lose a lot of time, especially now because it's so busy. There's so much going on. And when there's a bunch of games coming out, you have to cover them. I have to cover them. Right? Why do I have to cover them? One, the interest of you guys, you all, the interest of the people on the channel. The fact that I would love to bring these games and show them off and play them for you guys so that you guys can make even an educated, possibly an educated purchase. And there's just so many. There's so freaking many. I tell you what, there is. And lastly, covering games also helps build the channel, bring in new friends, and grows the channel. And ultimately, that's what I'm trying to do every day, is always grow the channel, right? And yeah, so it gets hard when streaming and video editing and recording is happening. Now, I've taken a step back, right? I've taken a step back and kind of looked at fellow colleagues, fellow channels, fellow YouTubers, and things like that. And I have my entire time here on YouTube. I've always educated myself watching others and seeing their success and try to turn it into my success as well, which I think goes like that. If you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into content creating and you think this is one thing that I need to do, or like I need to do a specific thing, like take the eye out of it real quick and look at your peers, look at what they're doing, and are they succeeding at it? and whatever they're doing and whatever they have going on for them and they're succeeding, do that. Do what they're doing, but put your own topping on it, right? Put your own cherry on top, right? Don't think that if your way is the only way and nothing has changed for you, chances are things might not change for you. You got to broad your spectrum. You got to broad your view. You got to look at other things. You got to see how other people are doing. You got to see which direction you want to take. But that's what I do. That's what I do all the time. I'm constantly looking about. I'm constantly looking at peers and how they do and how well they're doing and what did they do to succeed. And I'm constantly also looking through the community creations. Anytime people put videos or their channels or anything like that in the community creations, I'm in the shadows, dude. I look at everything. I am watching everyone for the most part. I am watching it all. I take notes. I'm a very analytic guy. I focus. I look at these things, right? So, what am I trying to get at? Well, I might be going in a direction where I stream more. And if I stream more, that's gonna have to come at a cost. And that's gonna have to come at a cost with offline recorded videos. If I stream more, instead of doing like maybe like, oh, here we go, 3 hours today, we cut it off, or like, 3 hours here and we cut. If I stream more, if I cut out offline videos, it gives me the ability to stream more so that we can get through games faster. We can get through games more, right? We can finish games, right? We can finish games sometimes. The thing about the offline series is that there's a couple things here. The offline, and I'm taking, for an example right now, we have Rising Star and we have Dragon Quest Builders, right? As those two offline series. And then I have everything going on in between it as far as streams covering games, this and that and that and this. The offline series can string for months and months and months. Rising Star 2 is an awesome game. It's an incredible game. It's one of my favorite games, I think, honestly. As far as like simulation games, I think it's so cool. Dragon Quest Builders is an awesome game. I think it's an awesome game. I think it has so much more into it. But for me to record both of these series every single day and stream every single day, it takes a toll. It does. It does take a toll, believe it or not. I don't take a Sunday and say, here we are. I have said, guys and gals, Sunday I'm taking a day off. I'm taking a break. I'm gonna take a day off on Sunday. But Sunday is not. It doesn't mean it's a break. That just means I'm not streaming. Sometimes, I'm recording videos all that day. So I'm not really taking a break. And all that. So I have the thoughts of dropping. Oh my god, there's like a gnat right here. I'm like flaming around here. I have a thought of dropping offline series for the foreseeable future until further notice. Flat out. And this is a problem that people will have. Is that problem number one? Is, and I've heard it all my time on YouTube here. I hear it a lot. I know the pros and I know the cons, right? The cons of dropping the offline series. Typically offline series go from 30 to 45 minutes a video, right? Dropping an offline series does this. It brings up the question, somebody says, I don't have time to watch a 3-hour stream. I only have time to watch a 45-minute video. Right? Yeah, I get that. I honestly get that. I totally understand. I totally understand. Right now, though, I'm a one man working crew. I'm a one man army at this time, and I do the editing. I'm my own editor. I'm my own market researcher. I'm my own social media manager. I'm my own artist when it comes to thumbnails. Um, I'm all of that. I'm all of it. Oh, and by the way, I'm an entertainer. I stream these games. So I have a lot of jobs that I have to do when the recording button is not on and when the um, streaming button is not on. Oh, and by the way, I'm my own manager, which means I am constantly in the emails talking with publishers, talking with developers, seeing if there's sponsorship deals come. And there is a sponsorship deal coming. Well, not a sponsorship deal, but I do have a sponsorship coming up on Sunday. I have a Sunday sponsored stream that's coming soon, and I have priorities that I have to take care of because it's a deal. So I have to negotiate all of this and do everything. And by the way, I also have to run a Discord, which is greatly helped and aided by generous people on the like the Discord moderators and things like that, and the people of the community that help me out as well. So all those things I have to do. So I get it. I know people will be upset that if I drop offline series for now, people won't have time to watch it. And that hurts and that sucks. And maybe people will choose not to watch the other series I have, like the live stream series and things like the live stream videos and things like that. And that hurts, but you know, I can't please everybody. I can't. I've come to the senses that I just can't please everybody, and I'm fine with it. I understand it. People will unsubscribe, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, people will unsubscribe, but those are the people that in the long run, really, if that was something that they're gonna unsubscribe about, you know, if they were gonna unsubscribe because I dropped offline series, then they were probably gonna unsubscribe later in the future, anyways. Let's be real, right? So yeah, might as well just get it over with now. Other than that, I'll kind of tell you a little bit of the analytics and details of this. So, the way it works here on YouTube, in case nobody knows, is that YouTube values their viewers' attention, which means if your viewer is watching a video for X amount of time, that means that that viewer is staying on YouTube's website. If I have viewer A that sits here and watches 45 minutes, that watches 2 hours worth of my video, then guess what? Then YouTube's going to say this stream, this video is good enough to be pushed out into the recommendations, is pushed out to a bigger audience, right? To more people that might not never heard of it. So prime example here, Dinkum. Dinkum first came out, and Dinkum had a very, very high attention span because there was always something new. I'm talking about Dinkum day one. People watched that video or watched that stream live or offline for a very long time. And it was a 5-hour stream. And a lot of people watched the entire stream. So that means YouTube says, wow, if people are spending hours on this one video, then I'm going to push this video out to the world. And guess what? That video or that stream, whatever you want to call it, Dinkum Day 1 happened to surpass 100,000 views thanks to the algorithm of YouTube. And you, some of you, found me through Dinkum through the algorithm of YouTube. So you see, some people come to me and they're like, man, I don't know what I'd be doing or where I would be if I didn't find your channel from Dinkum, right? There's a lot of people out there that say that, and I've had countless of DMs in the Discord of so many great things, so many awesome people, so many things that people have shared with me saying, you know, your videos really do this, or the channel does this, or the community does this, which is awesome. I've had all different kinds of things, ladies and gentlemen. I've had great things DM to me, and I've had terrible things DM to me. People actually love me, this and that, and they appreciate me. People actually want to end my life type kind of things. Weird stuff, dude. People have definitely have wanted to do, yeah, anyways. But I've seen it all for the most part. I've seen it all. I've dealt with it all. So, yeah, when I release one of those offline videos, I see it in my analytics, and the views are a lot lower than a stream, first off, which tells me maybe people really like the live streams for the interaction. Second thing is people are clicking out of those videos faster. So the offline series, I can see that on average, people are watching about 12 to 15 minutes of it. Big problem. That's the average view duration is about 12-15 minutes on those offline videos, which means I've created 45 minutes of a video that is only being watched on a third of it, you see. And what that tells YouTube is like, oh, you put out that video, people are not liking your stuff anymore, we're not going to start pushing your videos out anymore, we're going to throw you out of the algorithm. But I have been creating these offline series as a favor, I feel like, as a favor to the people that don't like videos that are longer than 45 minutes or an hour. I feel like I've been creating these videos in favor of what I used to do a year and a half ago. I think the evolution of creating content on YouTube is changing, and it is, and streams are what's really people seem to be interested in, and I don't blame them, because it's a good time. We have a good time, and we interact, and we talk about food and all different kinds of things, right? And it's just cool, right? It's absolutely cool. But regular videos are hurting the channel, and they're not, I guess, appreciated as much as the live streams. So late at night, and I'm having a late night, and I'm trying to push these videos out, these offline videos to go out, it hurts a little bit. It does hurt a little bit when, you know, the videos don't do, not that the videos don't do well, but the fact that people just, they're just not, you just know when people are not interested just by how long they're staying on the video. You know what I mean? But in contrary, the live streams are doing well. The live streams are doing absolutely well. People are staying on the live streams longer, because I believe it has to do with just it being more interactive. The video, where you can see how long people are lasting on the video, are so much better. We're talking the average minutes are skyrocketing. We're talking 45-minute average views, right? 45-minute average views for a viewer. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's like my average views double just by streaming. And it helps the channel. Internet Cafe Simulator 2 got pushed out. Over 50,000 views. Almost 60,000 views. I don't even know. Dinkum Day 1, over 100,000 views. So that's all that stuff. Like it's you can see it. So it hurts because there are people out there that really do enjoy the offline series, and there's people out there that really do watch the entire videos. But unfortunately for the majority, it's just not like that. It's just not like that. And so I hate to play apples and oranges, minorities, majorities, but um, I gotta also see what's best in my interests mentally, physically, for the channel, sustainability, right? And since you're watching this, uh, you help me stay sustainable every single month. So I thank you deeply, greatly, because what you provide here and what you do here on the channel helps me be able to do this every day. So don't forget that, right? Don't forget that. If there's no you, there's no me. So I think I'm going to be having to end and fade away these offline series soon. Now, somebody did bring up a good point. Somebody said that because I've had comments in the past where somebody says, I'm not watching a 3-hour stream. I'm not watching a 3-hour video. I don't have time for that. Fair enough. And then somebody in the community responded to a comment like that. And they had a very fair point. And I know a lot of people do this. And that fair point was, it's okay if you don't have time for a 3-hour video. You have time to stop where you need to stop, exit out, and come back to that same video when you're ready for more. You know, that's a great point that I overlook, is that if you're 45 minutes into a live stream, you can exit out and YouTube saves your spot. And then you go back to that video and continue where you were at. It's a very good point. And I never looked at it that way until that person said that. Absolutely true. So there's that. There is that. Yeah. But I just wanted to turn the camera on today, and I wanted to kind of share what was going on in my head. Because sometimes it gets hard, you know? Sometimes it gets hard, but I think the hardest thing to do with this whole creating content is trying to figure out a vision and where to go next and stick together, or not stick together, but stick with your decision, right? You make a decision, you stick with it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, then you have another decision you have to make, right? Obviously. Yeah. I think of big streamers. I think of other creators out in the world. Some who used to do offline series but figured out that that wasn't part of YouTube's great algorithm when it comes to gaming. And that's what we're talking about here. Is we're talking about gaming. If you think about any other genre on YouTube, is like beauty or IRL vlogging or like real vlogging, you know, or tech or reviews. Those videos typically range between like the reviews and the beauty and this and that, like 10 minutes. 10-minute videos are great for YouTube. Absolutely great. Fantastic. 45 minutes of a video game seems to be the past. And that hurts because I'm one of those believers that never wanted to ever think that that doesn't work anymore. Back in 2013, back in 2012, 2011, it worked fantastically. You always think about those Let's Play series back in those days, you know. Those worked. They worked. And they just don't work anymore. And so I have to adjust and look at the best of the interest. Now, the best interest for the channel. Now, if you just go to the YouTube homepage right now as well, you can also see the vast difference of the views take a look at the views on the streams and take a look at the views on the not streams, like the offline videos. It's massive. It's a massive difference that I just can't ignore, and I can't slave away myself, you know? If I feel like if I don't need to record videos anymore, what that means is I can stream longer. That gives me room to stream longer. You know, it does. It really does. Which I think in turn is great for everybody. I can stream at different hours. I can stream in the morning. I can stream in the afternoon. Hell, I can stream in the evening time if I didn't have to record any videos. If I did an evening stream, could you imagine? Could you imagine all of the friends that we have here that don't necessarily get to watch the streams because of the time zone? And I stream in the evening time where people in Australia, it's like the middle of their day or it's their morning time, you know? Like it would brighten up it would brighten up their day. It would make them smile. They'd be so happy. Oh my god, I can catch a live stream because he gets to stream in the evening too. I think that'd be pretty cool, right? And so right now, what I do is I do afternoon streams. Morning time, I do stream sometimes. Um, and then in the evening time for me, I'm recording videos after my stream. I'm like, I got to end it here with 3 hours. You know, all right, it's a 3 hour mark. I got to end it. Not because I want to go and leave you, but because I have recordings to do. And I have to get those done and edited and broken down so that they're up the next day. So I think we're seeing a change here on the channel, and I think I'm going to be changing some things up. Not drastic. It's not drastic change at all, but I think it would be good for everybody. I think. I don't know. The analytics says it is. I got to follow the analytics. Unfortunately, offline videos on YouTube don't do very well in the gaming universe. It just doesn't. Not right now, at least. YouTube is really pushing out streams, and I got to follow it, right? I gotta follow it. Anyways, hope this has been a little bit of an insight, a little bit of information. It feels good. It feels good to finally be able to talk with you and kind of express what's going on in my head, all these thoughts, and the stuff that you don't see on camera, and me sitting in this room by myself and contemplating what to do or the next thing to do, or I got to stay busy and record my next thing and not, and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been a pleasure and honor being with you here today. Hope you understand now, at least understand a little bit, that I got to do something, right? And with the streams being how they are and having more streams, it will definitely give me more time to do other things, like answer those emails, build my social media accounts, hang out with more people in the Discord, and frankly just hang out with the wife. So yeah, anyways, thank you all very much for tuning in. And if you made it up to this point of the video and you watched the entire thing right now, I do appreciate it, because that means you listened to me the entire way. And now you fully understand, I guess, what is in my head. Anyways, I'll talk to you real soon. And thank you for the support and the continued support. And I hope we talk again very soon. Do take care.